Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 10th, 90 days out from June 9th, 8th, June 8th, actually. I don't know why I said 9th. I'm staring right at June 8th. We're 90 days out from June 8th. The DTD2 this week continues. You're calling your P's and L's, and you're texting your X's. Could be a long day. Calling P and L, texting X. That's your DTD2. That is just a friendly reminder every day in the morning news when you're like, I don't know who I should be talking to. Even if you didn't start with A and W back in the first week of the quarter, which is, it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay, right? This is where we are. It's going to be okay. Breathe with me. See? You all right? You're good? So that's how we roll. And then we're going to finish this, and then we'll start another quarter, right? So there's 13 weeks in every quarter. And then you call 2 letters every week. Time to carry the 4. 26. It works. Huh. So if you're wondering who you should be talking to today, you probably have somebody on the top of your heart, and you're like, I really owe them a phone call or a conversation or some sort of a pop by. I love the pop bys. Like you're going to show up with a strawberry rhubarb pie. I don't know what you're doing. It's fine. Whatever you're doing to induce more conversations, to have more interactions, to build your business is the right thing. No judgment here. We're going to head into Fight Club. That's happening. Bold Session 2, live in person. Can you hear it? No, you can't. They are making merry in the other room. Bold Session 2, in person in Portsmouth. And this morning, if you are on the way, or if you're like, yeah, I'm in, you can come this morning and hang out for the first half of Session 2. So hang out up until lunch, have some lunch, and make your decision. If you want to stay for the rest of the class, maybe you came to Session 1 and you're not sure about the whole thing. Maybe you missed Session 1 and you'd like to jump in. You can jump in, do stay and pay. That's today here in Portsmouth. Session 2 happening right now. I can hear the applause. They are all throwing confetti, very excited. It is an impactful and powerful class. If you've never taken part and you can get here this morning, jump in, grab some of the content, make a decision, and jump in for the balance of the class. That's available to you today. Stay and pay for Bold Session 2, taking place right now. They start at 8:30 on Tuesdays. 8:30 to 3 on Tuesdays. So you can jump in for that. Fight Club happening at 9 o'clock. And that is every weekday from 9 to noon. We just have a space you can go. You can just go into this Zoom room, and it's cameras on, microphones off. And it's a place to do lead generation together because the humans want to do the stuff that they don't necessarily enjoy together. The solidarity of it. That's why we have Fight Club. It's fighting your limiting belief that you're not bothering people when you talk to them. And the only way to make sure that people know that you're here to help is to let them know that you're here to help. I know I've shared this before, and I can't call it a stat because there's no math attached to it, but I heard something in the last handful of years which was remarkably heartbreaking. The reason most agents getting into real estate don't tell their closest people that they're in real estate is their fear would be that the next time they see their closest people, they won't be in real estate. I'm going to say that again for the people sitting in the back. The reason most agents do not tell people that they're close to that they got into real estate or they're in real estate as they're getting started is their fear is, well, maybe the next time I see them, I won't be in real estate, and that would be embarrassing. It's all about protecting our ego, which you've heard me say 1 trillion times. Leave your ego in the parking lot next to your car. Might get stolen. Leave it in the trunk. Lock it up. I don't care what you do with it, but don't bring it inside. Don't take it into your business. So there's no math attached to that, yet that is something people say over and over again. Well, you know what? I was going to bring it up at Chicken Giving. I was going to mention it at Hanukkah. I was going to mention it at Christmas, but my thought was, like, what if I see them at Easter and I'm not doing real estate anymore? Like you were like future-proofing your failure by doing that. Where accountability comes in is when we tell people what we're doing. That downward pressure. I mean, that's what this room right here, Bold. We've got people in there that I have conversations with They also have a MAPS coach. So they've got a productivity coach, yours truly. They've got a MAPS coach. And now they just asked Vishay Chevalier to be their Bold coach. So for the next 6 weeks, they've got 3 coaches. And we're not all browbeating this person, right? These agents that have decided to go productivity coach, MAPS coach, Bold coach, just know that that's accountability. No matter which way they turn, somebody's going to be asking, hey, so based on our last conversation and the goals you set for yourself, where do we stand in relationship to our goals? And that's what Fight Club serves as an opportunity for you to work on that, to lean into that. It's a safe space to do that. Everything that happens that's amazing in real estate really occurs in the mundane. The closing tables, the showings, the commission checks, like all that stuff, super sexy. All that stuff, that's the 22 minutes minus commercials on HGTV because that's what people want to see. That's the glitz. Nobody wants to watch the hard work. There's no 22-minute show of real estate agents making their calls, door knocking. They're never going to show you that. And ask a producer over at the Travel Network, Travel Channel, isn't Travel Channel or Discovery Network, whoever owns all the HGTVs and everything. What do they show you? They show you a glamorized view of the civilian process. It's not real. What you're doing in the morning is real. That's real. That's what Fight Club's all about. And you're going to see, we're going to rebrand. You're going to see a transition. We've gone from 9 to 11 on Fight Club. It is now 9 to 12. After this class, Bold, graduates on April 7th. The following Monday, April 13th, we have a brand new program coming called Breakthrough. And Breakthrough is going to be like a carousel of Monday classes at the same time. So I'll be teaching Breakthrough on Mondays from 9 to 12. And then we will have the morning Breakthrough. The rebranding of Fight Club is going to continue on. So you'll come into the Breakthrough room on Mondays moving forward. And you'll find out more about this as we get closer. And you'll find that I'm in there teaching. So that space will be a classroom. Now, if you're going in, you're like, well, I'm coming into Breakthrough and I've already been through the classes, because at some point you'll be through the classes, right? You're going to go into that space. What I'll ask you to do is just keep your camera on, your microphone off, just like we always do when we're in group lead generation. And then you could just turn me down. And those classes will be taught hybrid in person here in Portsmouth. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, morning Breakthrough will be available for you to do your lead gen. Then you'll notice we move midday protocol to 12 o'clock. So right when that lead gen session is over, we're going to report our numbers for the day. 12:30, go get a ham sandwich. 1 o'clock, go on appointments. No appointments at 1 o'clock, right back to the drawing board. The whole concept of the Breakthrough program, which has been stress tested by the mothership in Texas. And Jason Abrams introduced this to me and other productivity coaches around the country in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, is the question you have to ask yourself: would you like 9 more deals? Being involved in Breakthrough, wrapping your arms around the content, and then doing the consistent lead generation. Because I know people are thinking, okay, so Fight Club is 5 days a week, 3 hours, 15 hours of lead generation. If you think about it, this is the worky work. This is the jobby job part of what we do. Now, whatever you were doing before in corporate America, or if you're fresh out of school, or if you just worked at Forever 21 or Starbucks or Hannah Foods, you were working 30 to 40 hours, probably doing something you didn't like because like, I'm trading my time for the money. I'll bag groceries. I'll make lattes. Whatever you were doing. the actual jobby job. Not that you're not working all the time. I get it. Calm down. Breathe. We're breathing. We're breathing. But the actual head down, hard up work is really just 15 hours a week. And if I'm being honest with you as your coach, I really want you just doing lead generation, real lead generation, not like Saturday you're out and you hear somebody say real estate. Of course, you're going to go introduce yourself. I'm talking about you're in your database. You're taking notes from conversations. You're adding people that you met. You're adding the lead you just got from your friend Jack. If I'm being honest, I'd love for our market center and the agents at our market center, I would love for you to only do that 4 days a week. And is it possible? Because if you have an honest conversation with yourself, how many hours of actual head down lead generation are you doing right now? This isn't a judgment. I'm just asking a question. What if you could give yourself 12? I mean, and if you're just getting started, I'm going to do an hour a day, 5 hours. Then you just build up the consistency and the tenacity to be like, you know what? Monday lead gen, let's go. Monday's Monday anyway. I mean, the weather's getting better. Sun's out. This is crazy. It'll be 30 next week, though. I know. I'm sorry, because I know it's going to be 70 today. But we're going to get 30 next week, so brace yourselves. But the sun's out. Don't scare it away. You got to a point where you were consistently doing lead gen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I can promise you, your Fridays, you will not be doing lead gen. You'll be at a walkthrough and then a closing. And then you get to take the rest of the day off. Because if you get to the point where the consistency of your lead gen builds this compounding interest that consistently has you at a closing table, doesn't always have to be Friday, but once a week or once every other week, what if you were doing 26 families a year? Could you imagine helping 26 families a year? And if you're already there and your number's already 40, would you like 9 more? And if you're a solo artist and you're like, I don't know how I could do more, well, we're going to leverage you. And we have the tools for that at this market center. So on the other side of Bold, to keep the momentum going, we'll be introducing Breakthrough. And we're building a culture of productivity at this market center. We're starting to understand bit by bit. Timmy's not crazy. Nate's not crazy. Gary's not crazy. The 4 pillars of our entire company, of our ethos here at Keller Williams is productivity, profitability, culture, and growth. If we're productive, it's going to lead to us being profitable. If you're doing the work and earning the income, it's going to put a smile on your face. That will change the culture. If you feel like you're in the mud right now, get to work. If you feel like there's people you're hanging out with that are always talking about other people, get to work. Productivity cures culture every time. Because I think people hear the word culture, we're like, oh yeah, well, that means it's good. No, there can be crappy culture. And I'm not saying that KWCLM or 463, we're not perfect. I promise you we're better. We're better than most. As imperfect as we are, at least we're paying attention to those 4 things. And if you are productive and profitable, and that throws a smile on your face, then people around the seacoast, people around our geographic footprint here in northern New England, like, what's going on over there? Then they want to come play with us, and that adds to the growth. Which can start the question of, do we need one more agent? We need good agents. We need all the good people in this industry to come play here. That makes us absolutely, undeniably stronger than everyone else. There'll always be another seat open on our bus for good people. And we'll find them through the work that we do. At 11 o'clock, you get the Wealthy Agent webinar. Midday Protocol. Come to timsoffice.com. That's where we talk about what we did during Fight Club. Interactions and conversations. Appointment set. Agreement signed. 12 o'clock, Midday Protocol. And then at 1:30, Main Essential Forums with the Jason Westcott. That's on kellertv.com. Everything on our roadmap, everything that you see on the menu here at the morning news, everything I talk about on the Quick Start is just to remind you of what's in front of you. If you don't know what to do next, there's your roadmap. If I can help with any other questions, let me know. It is 603-834-2856. You can also book my face at meetwithcoach.com. Take care.